What's up, guys? Guess it's gonna be part 2 to the camper build. Showed y'all where I left off. I took everything out, yada yada. Now we're gonna work a little bit on the insulation for this cab, for this fiberglass cab, and for a little bit of the sides of the bed and stuff. This is just temporary because I had all those Velcro things. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do first. So I got some double-sided reflective insulation, I guess general purpose use. Got some extra Velcro, got some more Velcro. That should help me. Then I got this because I was thinking, so in the front, I don't know if y'all's will be this way, I'm sure every fucking one's different, but in the front of my camper, I have this little lip, this little crack, and I don't want to fuck around and try to lay shit in there. So what I'm gonna do is use that crack fill, and I'm gonna spray all the way around and all over the bottom right here. And I think that's all I'm gonna use it for, because that's kind of the worst spot right there. And then, like I said before, I have all weather stripping. We're gonna lift up this camper shell and put weather stripping down on the whole crack underneath. But we can do that later. That ain't no big deal right now. I wanted to get this done because I did sleep in this. I did try it out, and it was about 28 degrees. It went from about 35 all the way to 28, then rose back up in the morning time, of course. But it was kind of chilly. It was a little bit chilly. And I'm feeling around. A lot of it's coming from here, and a lot of it's coming from the windows in the camper shell. So if I have enough of this, I'm gonna plan to put it all around and leave a little cutout for the window. But if I have enough, I want to make the little circle cutout for the window, so I can like Velcro it in if it's winter, take it out when it's summer, or when it's daytime, nighttime, yada yada. I want it to be removable because I want to be able to still use my sliding windows when I want them. So yeah, that's what we're gonna get to first. I don't know if I have enough of this stuff. I've got 48 inches by 25 foot. So hopefully that'll be more than enough, because I want to do all this stuff. I want to do it all. And there's little spots that we miss here and there in the flooring. I have extra of that little mat. I'm gonna layer in there and stuff. I'm gonna try to fill up every little gap that we can. And the mattress was just a little bit hard, so I'm probably gonna add 2 more of those mats underneath it, and put that paper underneath. I'll show y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna try to layer this up in the top, put some of this crack foam in the crack, and then I'll show y'all how it looks. All right, so it doesn't look the best right now, but I sprayed in there. I made a good layer. I think that'll be good. I used most of that little can. The bottom is really good. I really like how the bottom came out. You gotta hold that can upside down, so when you're at the top, it's kind of difficult. But we got it all. We're gonna wait for this to dry if we need to. Like right here, I'm probably gonna come with a razor blade and cut it real nice, because I am gonna have that reflective insulation over this and up here. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. All right, so I kind of went overkill on the tape, but it's always good to go overkill than underkill when it comes to insulation. So all right, next thing, I undid this roll and I just sat it up here. And then I cut a little piece off. So now we're gonna stick this up here to the back, kind of like this. So we're gonna start insulating this. And I got super glue and not 3M, but just Velcro. And I'm gonna cut little portions of these, not use the whole thing, just use little portions to help hold this up. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like once the whole bed is insulated. I still gotta wait for this stuff to dry. It's taking a little while, but it's getting there. It's actually getting there now, so. Yep. All right, now my next step, since I got this all just partially Velcroed in place, I'm gonna run a strip of tape all the way around, or maybe just on the top and the bottom, we'll see, just to try to keep it insulated, keep it held in place. The worse this shit is held in place, the worse it's gonna work. So you gotta make sure it's all good and nice and tight and no holes, no leaks, nothing like that. But this is what it's looking like so far. And I'm gonna finish up doing all the sides, all the shit like that, and then I'll show you. It's just a bunch of putting the shit there and cutting and trimming, and I'm lucky I had all this old Velcro from something, so I'm utilizing that as little holders, just sticking it on the back of that. But yeah, I'll show y'all what it looks like when I'm done. All right, so here's a little update. I'm running out of tape, so that's a problem, but we'll figure that out. So I'm doing all the sides in these wheel wells, and I'll give you guys a tip. If you guys are doing this DIY and you're doing these wheel wells, get your material and kind of set it up to it, like how you're gonna like cut it out, and then from the back get your marker at the back and kind of like trace around while you're holding your thing, like kind of level with the wheel well, and it'll give you a really nice cut for right there. And then you can use the same piece, put it on top of another piece and cut it out, 2 of them, so you can have bank. And then over the top is just a strip. I have a bunch of little cuttings because I wanted to use as much as possible, not just, you know, throw away little scrap pieces. But yeah, that's a little tip if you're going around the wheel wells. But yeah, that's how it looks so far. Coming together pretty nice. All right, before we move on to the top, now that this is dry, what we're gonna do is take a little razor blade, set it out for your thickness. Then you can just kind of cut across, and it should leave pretty decent cut, depending on how good you cut it, of course. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this all the way around, get it nice and flat, so we can start putting down that on the camper shell. All right, now that we have cut the spray foam, I guess we're gonna start laying this reflective. I'm gonna just lay it all across the back window. I'm not even gonna worry about that window because I don't need to see into the cab anyway, so that's gonna be our first step. All right, so I ran out of tape. I was gonna do the whole top and then show y'all, but I ran out of tape. I had to go buy some, so I bought some of this Gorilla tape and then some of this black tape that I was using because it was working really good. So, yep, this update going pretty well. Got the whole back glass covered. I'm realizing the more that I can seal off and tape and make everything nice and tight together, probably the better it's gonna be. So I spent an extra 12, 15 bucks on tape, add it to the budget, but this should be all the tape I need. So I'm gonna finish up doing the top and then I'll show you how it looks. I don't know if I want to cut, like just put it all on the sides and then cut just little slits where I can fold it back or like roll it up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna show y'all. All right, guys, so making progress here. A nice tip is double up your tape. on each other so it's sticky like all the way around, and shove it up in there and then pound it up so it like sticks to itself. That's a good tip to keep it held up there while you're trying to get it in place and stuff. Anyway, over here for the window, what I did, I laid a whole solid sheet, and then on the base I just ran my razor blade all over. Be careful if you have some of this like bug net or whatever, but just run your razor blade across. I have that taped just for now, but I'm gonna figure out something like that where it'll come out and then you can fasten it and then bring it out if you want. But that's how I'm doing that. It's coming along pretty good. We only got one more side of insulation to go, and then we can start carpeting over all this Breaking Bad looking insulation so it doesn't look like we're cooking dope or anything in here, because we are definitely not doing that. All right, guys, so we got all of this insulation up. We've left a little bit here and there. I'll tape it up, maybe put some little strips. But to do these windows, all I did was cover it completely and then run my razor blade around, fold it back, and then put some tape on it to hold it. But I'm probably gonna end up doing Velcro on those, on that end and this end, so I can have it covered and uncovered. But yeah, this is all the insulation. I think we're gonna do the carpet tomorrow or the next day. See how we can get that stuff to stick to this.